In a stunning turn of events, key members of the Ukrainian government are resigning en masse, sending shockwaves through Kiev and beyond. What does this mean for Ukraine's future, especially amid a brutal war with Russia? Before we dive into this breaking story, make sure to subscribe to Mwaki Insights for deep geopolitical analysis and stay updated on global events. The world is watching in shock. News channels across the globe are broadcasting the unfolding events, capturing the collective gasp of humanity. People from all walks of life, from bustling city streets to quiet rural areas, are glued to their screens, trying to comprehend the gravity of the situation. Ukraine, locked in a brutal war with Russia, is facing a new crisis. The relentless conflict is already taking a heavy toll on the nation, with countless lives lost and cities reduced to rubble. The resilience of the Ukrainian people is being tested like never before. Key figures in the government are resigning. This includes key figures such as Dmytro Kuleba, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Denis Malyuska, Minister of Justice, Alexander Kamyshin, Minister for Strategic Industries, Ruslan Strelets, Minister of Environmental Protection and Natural Resources, Olga Stefanishina, Deputy Prime Minister for European and Euro-Atlantic Integration, Irina Vereshchuk, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Reintegration of Uncontrolled Territories of Ukraine, Rostislav Shurma, Deputy Head of Zelensky's office ministers, advisors, and top officials, who were once the pillars of the administration, are stepping down, leaving a void that seems impossible to fill. Their departure is not just a political maneuver, it is a cry for help, a sign of deeper issues within the government. This isn't just a change in leadership, it is a seismic shift, a disruption that is sending ripples through the very core of the nation's governance. The empty podiums and deserted meeting rooms are stark reminders of the vacuum left behind. It is an earthquake, shaking the very foundation of Ukraine's war effort. The stability that was once taken for granted is now in question. The metaphorical tremors are being felt not just in Kyiv, but across the entire nation. The timing couldn't be worse. With critical battles on the horizon and strategic decisions needing immediate attention, the absence of experienced leaders is a blow that Ukraine can ill afford. Every second is counting, and the clock is ticking ominously. Russia is continuing its relentless assault. The enemy is showing no signs of slowing down, capitalizing on the chaos within Ukraine. The advancing military vehicles and the deafening explosions are a grim reminder of the external threat that looms large. Ukrainians are fighting bravely for their freedom. On the front lines, soldiers are displaying unparalleled courage, while civilians are rallying behind them, providing support in any way they can. The spirit of resistance is alive, but the challenges are mounting. Now their government seems to be crumbling from within. The once bustling offices are now eerily silent, and the corridors of power are echoing with uncertainty. Citizens, already burdened by the war, now face the added anxiety of political instability. Can Ukraine survive this internal crisis while battling an external enemy? The question is lingering in the minds of many. Debates are raging in the parliament, but solutions seem elusive. The war-torn streets are bearing witness to the nation's struggle for survival. The resignations are sending shockwaves throughout Ukraine and beyond. Allies are questioning their support. Enemies are sensing an opportunity. Protests are erupting, and international leaders are convening emergency meetings, trying to navigate the complexities of the situation. The future of Ukraine, once hopeful, is suddenly shrouded in uncertainty. The dreams of a peaceful and prosperous nation seem distant, overshadowed by the dark clouds of war and political turmoil. This mass exodus of officials is unprecedented. Never before has the nation witnessed such a large-scale departure of its leaders. The empty seats in the parliament are a stark symbol of the abandonment felt by the people. It is plunging Ukraine into a political crisis, the depth of which is still unknown. The discussions are intense, the stakes incredibly high. News anchors are dissecting every development, trying to make sense of the rapidly changing landscape. The world is holding its breath, watching and waiting for the next chapter in this unfolding drama. The fate of Ukraine is hanging in the balance, and the international community can only hope for a resolution that will bring peace and stability to the beleaguered nation. High-profile figures are stepping down from their posts. This wave of resignations is marking a significant shift in the political landscape of Ukraine, a country already grappling with the immense pressures of war and internal strife. The sudden exits of these key figures are sending shockwaves through the nation, leaving citizens and international observers alike questioning the future of Ukraine's leadership. Among them are ministers, governors, and even the deputy head of the president's office. These individuals are holding critical roles in the administration, and their departure is signaling a potential reshuffling of power and responsibilities. The reasons behind their resignations vary, from political disagreements to personal safety concerns, but the impact is uniformly profound. These aren't just bureaucrats. They are the faces of Ukraine's resistance, symbols of strength and defiance. Their leadership has been instrumental in rallying the nation against external threats and maintaining a semblance of order amidst chaos. Their resignations, therefore, are not just administrative changes, but symbolic blows to the morale of the Ukrainian people. The most notable resignation is that of the defense minister. His role is pivotal, especially during such a critical time when the country is under siege. His departure is raising eyebrows and leading to widespread speculation about the internal dynamics within the government and the military. He is a key figure in orchestrating Ukraine's defense against the Russian invasion. His strategies and decisions have been crucial in holding the line and pushing back against the aggressors. Losing such a central figure in the defense apparatus is a significant blow, and it is leaving many wondering about the future direction of Ukraine's military efforts. His departure is sending a ripple of anxiety through the ranks and raising questions about the war's trajectory. The list is going on. The uncertainty it is creating is palpable, with soldiers and citizens alike feeling the weight of the unknown. Will the new leadership be able to maintain the same level of resilience and strategic acumen? Regional governors, responsible for the safety and well-being of millions, are also resigning. These governors are the linchpins of local governance, ensuring that essential services continue to function even in the face of adversity. Their resignations are adding another layer of complexity to an already volatile situation. Their absence is creating a void in leadership, leaving many feeling vulnerable and uncertain. The empty offices and the lack of familiar faces in positions of power are contributing to a growing sense of instability. Citizens, already weary from the ongoing conflict, are now facing the additional burden of political uncertainty. The resignations are a mix of the expected and the shocking. Some departures are anticipated due to long-standing political tensions, while others are coming as a complete surprise. This blend of the predictable and the unforeseen is adding to the overall atmosphere of unpredictability. Each departure is chipping away at the already fragile stability of the Ukrainian government. The cumulative effect of these resignations is a government teetering on the brink, struggling to maintain its footing amidst the chaos. The political crisis is deepening, and the need for strong, decisive leadership is becoming more urgent than ever. The question on everyone's mind is, who will fill the void and can they steady the ship in such turbulent waters? The future of Ukraine's leadership is uncertain, and the stakes have never been higher. As the nation looks to the horizon, the hope is that new leaders will emerge, capable of guiding Ukraine through these tumultuous times and towards a more stable and secure future. The mass resignation isn't a sudden event. It is the culmination of growing discontent within the government. Allegations of corruption, long simmering beneath the surface, are finally boiling over. Whispers of misconduct and misuse of funds are plaguing the government for years. The war, with its influx of international aid, is exacerbating the problem. Public outrage is growing as stories of corruption surface, undermining trust in those in power. Adding fuel to the fire is the immense pressure of leading a nation at war. The demands are relentless, the decisions life or death. The weight of responsibility is proving too much for some, leading to burnout and disillusionment. The resignations are exposing the fragility of Ukraine's government. It is highlighting the deep-seated issues that are plaguing the country for years. The war, while uniting the people, is also magnifying the cracks in the system. The timing of the resignations couldn't be worse. Just as the country is grappling with one of its most significant challenges, key government officials are stepping down, leaving a vacuum in leadership. This sudden exodus of experienced personnel is sending shockwaves through the corridors of power, raising questions about the future of the nation's governance. Ukraine is engaged in a fierce battle for survival against a powerful enemy. The conflict is already taking a heavy toll on the nation, with countless lives lost and cities reduced to rubble. The bravery and resilience of the Ukrainian soldiers are commendable, but they need strong leadership to guide them through these dark times. The government's stability is crucial for maintaining morale, both domestically and internationally. A stable government can inspire confidence among the citizens, reassuring them that their leaders are capable of steering the country through the crisis. Internationally, it is essential to project an image of unity and determination to garner support from allies. With key positions now vacant, there are concerns about the chain of command. Who will step up to fill these critical roles? The absence of experienced officials can lead to delays in decision-making, which can be disastrous in a time of war. The uncertainty surrounding the leadership vacuum is adding to the anxiety of an already tense situation. Who will make the critical decisions? The weight of responsibility now falls on the remaining officials, who have to navigate the complexities of war and governance without the guidance of their seasoned colleagues. The pressure is immense, and the stakes are higher than ever. Will the government be able to function effectively in this time of crisis? The resignations have left a gaping hole in the administrative machinery, and the remaining officials have to work tirelessly to ensure that the government continues to operate smoothly. Late-night meetings and emergency press conferences are becoming the norm as they scramble to address the myriad challenges facing the nation. The resignations are also threatening to undermine international support. Allies who have pledged their assistance are now questioning the stability of the Ukrainian government. The fear is that without a strong and cohesive leadership, the aid provided might not be utilized effectively, or worse, it could fall into the wrong hands. Allies, already wary of corruption in Ukraine, may hesitate to provide further aid. The international community has always been cautious about the potential for corruption, and the recent resignations are only serving to heighten these concerns. The Ukrainian government has to work hard to reassure its allies that their support will be used judiciously and transparently. The fear is that the funds, so desperately needed for the war effort, will be mismanaged or even stolen. Aid workers, who have dedicated their lives to helping those in need, are now faced with the daunting task of ensuring that every dollar and every piece of equipment reaches its intended destination. The stakes are incredibly high, and the margin for error is non-existent. The stakes are incredibly high. The future of Ukraine, its very existence, hangs in the balance. The war has already caused unimaginable suffering, and the recent political turmoil is only adding to the uncertainty. The Ukrainian people are looking to their leaders for hope and direction, praying that they will rise to the occasion. The future of Ukraine, its very existence, hangs in the balance. The courage and determination of the Ukrainian soldiers and civilians are a testament to the nation's indomitable spirit. But without strong leadership, their efforts can be in vain. The government has to act swiftly and decisively to restore confidence and ensure the continuation of the war effort. The government has to act swiftly and decisively to restore confidence and ensure the continuation of the war effort. Time is of the essence, and every decision made in the coming days will have far-reaching consequences. The world is watching, and the Ukrainian government has to prove that it is capable of leading the nation through this crisis and toward a brighter future. As Ukraine faces one of its most challenging political crises, the path forward is uncertain. Will Zelensky's government emerge stronger, or will this be a turning point in the ongoing conflict with Russia? Only time will tell. Stay tuned to Milwaukee Insights for more in-depth analysis and updates on this developing story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.